despite the fact that they overcame many trials, they encountered a reason why they had to be rescued by mankind in the Marine Mammal Protection Act of 1972 in the United States that mandates that we help marine mammals whether they're endangered or not. Now, I know you've all heard of one of the dolphins over here, the one that is just looking so adorable right now on a blue mat in the middle of the pool. But first, let me introduce you guys to a dolphin you might not be so familiar with. If you direct your attention to the doorway over here where she's coming through the gate, the largest dolphin in Clearwater Marine Aquarium is Panama. Can I get a round of applause for Panama? Oh, she just responded. What do you guys think? What did she just say just then? Did she say hi? It sounded to me like, but that's okay. It might have been hi. Maybe that's what it means. Panama, we think, is almost 40 years old. Somewhere between 35 and 40. We think she definitely is an older dolphin. And you can tell, because she was rescued when she was probably 25 years old in 2000, that she's lived most of her life in the wild, all right? So she is new to the aquarium. Well, she's been here for 10 years, but she was very new to the idea of an aquarium when she first came. Certainly it took a little bit of an adjustment, but the good news is we're able to take good care of them, and dolphins often live longer under human care than they do in the wild. Panama, we think she needed to be rescued because if you look at her teeth, and you guys hopefully will get a chance to see her teeth, they're a little worn down. They're flatter than Winter's teeth. Winter being a 5-year-old animal, and Panama being 35 or maybe even 40. That doesn't mean she's not young and spry, though. You can apparently teach an old dolphin still. She still gets around, as you guys can see her doing right now, swimming around main pool out here in front. Now, her story, she's not able to tell us her story, but it is written all over her body because Panama has hundreds of scars from different things. Most of her scars are from other dolphins, actually. And believe it or not, that is totally normal. That is normal for a dolphin to have those kinds of scars, to have rake marks, because dolphins run their teeth over one another. That's normal play activity for a dolphin. It can be signs of aggression as well, but what you can know for sure is that it is a normal relationship. And if you see your dolphins raking one another, that means they actually have a typical dolphin relationship. Panama has other scars though. She has one shark bite, or what at least appears to be a shark bite on her left side. And her largest scars are from a sunburn that she sustained when she beached herself. She swam on shore when she was very sick at Panama City. Panama City Beach is where Panama was rescued. She was sick and beached herself. She had a bad illness. She had an infection that caused her to be that sick, and sick dolphins often will do that, will beach themselves. We think that happened because Panama's teeth were worn down just from being an older dolphin, because they only get one set of teeth, not like sharks that get thousands of teeth. And she couldn't hunt for fish anymore because she couldn't grab onto the fish. And because of that, it was believed that she was begging for food from boats. It is believed that she was actually begging for food. She was spotted doing this with a group of bigger dolphins, and that fish likely made her sick, or that food, it could have been hot dogs and hamburgers for all we know, could have been what made Panama sick and beach herself. She was very underweight, but then we rescued her. She was brought to Marineland, or Gulf World first, and then to us. And then she's been successfully rehabilitated. She's on any medication right now. She just gets her vitamins every day. And she is very, very healthy, despite being an older dolphin. Now, I've been an irresponsible presenter. I do have to let you guys know one or two warnings. Now, being that we are at a dolphin show, I think, well, first, one little one is I do ask you guys to keep any objects behind the rail, because if any object should accidentally fall in the pool, this goes for cameras, brochures, and all sorts of things, and sunglasses, any of those objects could be very hazardous if our animals were to ingest them. And being as curious as they are, they like to ingest all sorts of things. So any cameras or anything at all, if we can keep those back behind the rail. And a final warning is that if you're along the rail in a dolphin pool, alright, if you're at the edge of a dolphin habitat, I think it's fair to say that there's a risk of you getting splashed. Just want to make sure you guys know about that. This is salt water, which tends to disagree with our electronic devices. And by disagree, I mean it can completely short-circuit and deactivate them. So bear that in mind as you may get doused with salt water. Now I'm going to direct our attention to the dolphin that most of you are likely here to see. Possibly the most famous dolphin and animal in the world right now. Her name is Winter, and if you haven't heard of Winter the Dolphin, can I please get a round of applause from you guys? Winter, she was in like this movie. Have you guys heard of like a movie about Winter, maybe? Does anybody know what it's called? Hey buddy, do you know what the name of the movie with Winter is called?
Huh?
Huh?
Dolphin Tale.
Oh, he got it right. A round of applause for the young man who just saw Dolphin Tale. We're happy to see that Dolphin Tale is #1 at the box office, defeating Brad Pitt and The Lion King, which was one of my favorite movies as a kid, but not anymore because Dolphin Tale is more my favorite now. And I did a little research. Dolphin Tale on RottenTomatoes.com, which is a notoriously critical website on movies, received an 83% approval rating. That's tied with the movie Titanic, that's tied with Avatar, and it beat 4 out of 6 Star Wars movies. So we're really proud of Winter for being such a successful movie star as well. Now I would like to share with you guys Winter's story. You may have heard it already, but just in case you need a little refresher or you haven't heard it, Winter's here also because she was rescued. She was found out in the wild, the same place Hope was found on the Indian River, in the Indian River Lagoon system. She's not from the ocean per se. She's actually from a lagoon system, and those dolphins rarely go out into the ocean. And she was entangled, wrapped up and trapped in the ropes of a crab trap. She was stuck in there. We don't know how she got there. A lot of us theorize or guess that she was playing with those ropes because baby dolphins, all dolphins really, will play with different objects. That's why we have our foreign object rule about holding things past the rail, because we don't want them doing it with dangerous things like crab traps or cameras. And those ropes pulled so tightly around her peduncle is the part of her tail that she still has, that it cut off circulation to her flukes. Her flukes being those tail fins that go up and down that you can see Sydney holding on to over here with Panama. Circulation was cut off to those tail fins, those flukes in Winter, and after she was rescued a few days after, they actually fell off. Her tail fins fell off on their own because of no circulation. That'll happen to people too. You tie a string around your finger, it'll turn blue, and eventually it'll fall off. Alright, so we tell our kids, and my parents had to tell me, not to rub bands around your finger. Alright, let's see if Winter can sway. We're going to the left. And to the right. And the left. I think she anticipated that one, I don't know. She knew what you were going to do next. You know what they say about dolphins, they're pretty smart.